Alright, we're live, or at the very least, recording. You want to do an intro, Colonel?
I'll let you do it.
Okay, then. Uh, 10 Hut Probies, bronies, ponies, and anyone with a genderqueer I did not mention. Welcome to the unofficial NLR Podcast. I'm the Redneck Roman 16, aka Commander Lunar Nexus. With me today is the Colonel of the Ground Forces, Colonel Lunar Aegeus. Just call me Nexus, I'll call him Aegeus, and we'll just rock and roll from there.
Yep. Okay.
So, the function of this podcast is more or less just talk. We don't really have much of an agenda to it. We kind of just have a couple of subjects to talk about that are either pony or fandom related, and we kind of go from there. So, my first thing is, what is your opinion of the new Lunar, not the Lunar Republic, the Children of the Night thing that came out? I think September.
Oh, I've watched that video repeatedly. That
Yeah.
I have that song on my playlist, and I listen to that all the time.
I love that song. It's actually if you didn't know this is actually a poem from Edgar Allan Poe put to song.
I did not know that. I do now.
Yeah, I looked it up. It actually is a poem, and it's, when you read it, kind of makes Edgar Allan Poe sound like a bit of a pedophile. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
But
indeed.
yeah, I like the combination of using poetry and I think it was Hypno's lullaby to make something that didn't sound creepy.
Hmm.
It was I just found that really cool, to be 100% honest. All right, now I feel like we just ran out of shit to talk about.
Yeah.
What about the very light buzz about an Equestria Girls 2?
Oh, uh, while I think it's an interesting concept, I think they're just milking this. I don't think it's going to be as good as the first one, but that goes for almost any movie.
Well, that's the scuttlebutt of it, anyways. The scuttlebutt is that it might be a thing. Either hit put out, and then I might watch it. Until then, I'm not going to really care because, well, for one, I didn't like the first movie to begin with. The first movie kind of wasn't good. And
Yeah, it is. Meh.
my problem wasn't the whole, oh, they're not ponies, so it sucks. No, my problem was high school. And forget Eternal
Mhm.
Night, forget Eternal Chaos, forget parasitical enslavement, forget smoky stuff making scary faces and then exploding at the end. Twilight has to survive high school.
Yeah.
I mean, really, that's probably the least creative plot they've ever created in their lives, and I feel like Lauren Faust just rolled over in her proverbial grave when that movie came out. Because even the little kids hate it. What in your right mind would make you think a sequel is a good idea?
Yeah. There were a couple people I know that liked it, but
Yeah, there are a lot of people that like it. It's a love-hate thing. Either you love it or you hate it. There really is no in between.
yeah.
Be beyond that, the lack of a Lyra in that whole fucking movie. Everyone and their mother on the internet is just like, where's humanized Lyra? Anthropology, hands. Where is she? We want Lyra.
Yeah, she's the one who's supposed to be all about humans, so
I don't understand where
according.
that even started.
Yeah,
Like,
neither do I.
I get that she sits upright, but so what? They have wheelchairs that don't function like dog wheelchairs, which
Yeah,
seems to make a little bit more sense. Because how is a quadruped going to, roll a regular wheelchair?
right.
Speaking of
Yeah, that
that bit,
doesn't make sense.
season 4! It's come out pretty good so far. And what do you think?
Eh, I have been keeping up to date. I have not really know how to say this, but uh, I think that the way they're doing this, having an actual story arc instead of just saying, "Oh, we'll have a couple random episodes," is a good idea.
Yeah, I thought so too. In fact, I put that in my review of it. Here's my thing though. Is that what the rainbow effects are in the recent episodes? Are those the keys? Like at the end of Ready Takes Manhattan, the whole spool of rainbow thread that had the rainbow effect go across it. The medal for getting into their version of the Olympics for or whatever the new episode was called again, are those supposed to be the keys? That's my thing. If it's just there for aesthetics, great job. It looks great, but can you give us some perspective onto what this may be?
Precisely. It's filled with a lot of mystery. I don't know whether I like that or I don't like that about it.
Well, it is what's going to keep us watching. Props to Hasbro for doing that, but again, another thing about season 4, some scuttlebutt coming around of a male alicorn character coming up soon.
Well, that would be a definite twist, I suppose, because all the alicorns we've seen so far have been female.
Well, considering the females kind of rule the world there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And all men are apparent idiots, pushovers, and or annoying, or in the case of Snip and Snails, all three.
Yeah.
All wrapped up into one annoying Canadian package. Why did I go there? Anyways, I'm not quite sure how to really work with that. I mean, who would this male alicorn be? Just a prince from... Wait. Prince from Saddle Arabia, possibly? No, we've already seen royalty from Saddle Arabia. They're just really tall earth ponies.
Yeah.
Now I'm actually confused. Do they actually have God there, and that's who it turns out to be? Because now that's just starting to gear up in my mind.
Yeah.
I probably should have mentioned we are the unofficial New Lunar Republic. The official New Lunar Republic is way too good for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Night Striker probably would have been better at doing that intro besides me. But anyways, what is this pop-up? I don't want to change my scheme. Fuck you. Let's see, what else is there to talk about?
Yeah, I just looked up information on the male alicorn. I couldn't get anything except a poll. It's the only thing I found.
I'm still trying to think of what could possibly be the,
Who they could be?
Yeah, like, what their position is. I mean, could there... Wait a minute. Shining armor, possibly? I mean, technically, Princess Cadence is still Princess Cadence, even though she's been classified as the Crystal Queen. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. And how is Shining Armor not a prince yet?
Right.
It's never even established as to what Shining Armor is now, other than just some dude.
Yeah, he's just the captain of the guard still.
But
they didn't give him any other titles.
Yeah, and that's what kind of pissed me off about the start of the season premiere was, one, the guards are like, we're officers of the Royal Guard, we take our orders from royalty. It's like, where's Captain of the Guard? Did no one replace Shining Armor?
Yeah.
Who are you supposed to take orders from when they're... That's kind of the function of a higher-ranking officer, or are they all officers and the egalitarian society is complete shit?
Well, you never know. Could go either way.
Well, I don't know where it would go to begin with. Let's see.
Point.
Yeah. Alright, now, I actually want to move into a bit of a characterization of the ponies now. I feel like they've really, really demoted Pinkie Pie. She used to have at least some character, but now she's just the cartoon within the cartoon. I mean, she put her face into a school bell and rang it with her skull.
Just the comedic relief now.
Yeah, I mean, she had decent episodes back in seasons 2 and 3. Season 1, she had, I think, she had that one Mirror Pool episode, and it really wasn't that good.
Yeah, to be fair, though, she is the element of laughter, so she is supposed to be the comedic relief in that sense.
But there is a limit as to making her just a bit of comedic relief, or just not a good character anymore. I mean, they kept Twilight the same. They kept... Alright, so far we've seen they've kept Twilight and Rainbow Dash the same. Applejack is still the same, from what we can tell. And, let's see... Fluttershy we haven't seen a whole lot of as a full-fledged character yet, so she's kind of underdeveloped. Rarity... Okay, Rarity I still don't like, and she really hasn't changed that much either, so...
Right.
I actually need to start writing the scripts for my pony reviews, like the not episodic reviews. I mean, I actually start writing scripts for for character bios and stuff, I actually have to start figuring out like my top 6.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea.
Yeah. So yeah, we should actually probably state that even though we are part of the NLR, we should probably state who our favorite pony is.
Definitely Fluttershy.
I'm still adamant to Princess Luna for the sheer fact that I understand the character and her reasoning behind doing what she's done.
Well, yeah, Luna's awesome too. She's the best princess.
Well, she's
well,
to me, she's best pony too. The thing is with Princess Luna, I can understand the whole pariah situation.
Right.
And having to turn to violence to try and get people to, see another side of you. Unfortunately, not the best side of you. It's a really bad thing, but that's kind of what happens.
Right.
Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, if you're here from just the regular NLR, join other groups. We have branches. Why are none of you utilizing them?
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus, we only have, 30 people in total between the branches out of 150, actually 500 people in the NLR?
Yeah, in my group and your group, we have 27.
Combined? Or is it 27 up to date now?
I just now checked. We have 27 combined.
Okay.
Between the Air Force and the Ground Forces.
Yeah.
I haven't checked the Navy, though.
Yeah, the Navy, I think, is the lower end. I'm not sure why, but they are.
Yeah, I don't know why. But apparently less people like the Navy than they do the others.
Well, I don't see why they'd love the Air Force anymore, minus Thestrals. That'd be the only reason.
That's a good point.
And
I did go and suggest both of our groups in my group, the Lunar Undercover Nullification Agency, which I came up with.
Yeah.
And I know that at least one of my guys there went and joined your group. So.
Yeah, I don't have a group that I run because I'm actually more busy writing my stories. What was going to start as a single backstory and then into a trilogy turned into a 7-part series.
Wow. Mainly
because the third part of the trilogy ended up derping when I was writing it and deleting the entirety of it, so then I had to start all over. And I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I need a bit of a distraction. I started trying to write a regular story, and I'm like, I just have too many ideas for fanfics. And then it hit me. Another circle of elements. That's the only reason I have 6, is because I'm making my own main 6. I'm not, like, recasting like Josh Scorcher did. I'm literally making a different circle of elements, which were Luna's weapon back 1,000 years ago. Because in my headcanon, it wasn't just a one-night stand as Nightmare Moon. Wow, that just sounded weird. A one-night thing as Nightmare Moon. Within my headcanon, it is a full-fledged war that went on.
Right, it was like a battle over years.
Yeah, over several years. I don't put it at 1,000 years. Now, I had the terrible, terrible idea of, like, there is I'm thinking of writing the backstory of my character's great ancestor, the first general of the Evening Armada, aka the New Lunar Republic, who having an actual relationship with Luna, which I'm not sure is even a good idea.
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
from what we've seen of Luna's character, we have seen she is introverted. So it would stand to reason that she would be one to fall into a relationship fairly easily.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And, well, if you're at war, who's the one person you're gonna be with most of your time? Your general.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And considering this is, again, 1,000 years ago, it stands to reason that's what happened. I mean, Nexus, as it is, has a fiancé who is expecting. At least in the story that I'm in the middle of writing, while writing the 6th installment. There was just a random spin-off of, like, after the whole thing went down, it was just a random, like, Happy Christmas story that I got crap for, like, oh, there's, like, no development. It's like, it's not supposed to be developmental. It's just supposed to be, you know, a cute little Christmas story.
Right.
So then there's that. As it is, Nexus, people called Nexus a Mary Sue, or whatever the male version of it is, because I was like, oh, he's captain of the guard, he's fucking rich, he gets whatever he wants, he lives in the castle and shit. Well, if you've read the story, you know how he got to that position. He literally almost gave his life to protect Canterlot. And that's just as, I think it was a sergeant?
Lily, can you go away, please?
And people are interrupting the podcast. Welcome back to another episode of me just speaking to myself.
Yeah, sorry.
It's fine. So, within my story of, well, the backstory of Lunar Nexus, he was Luna's first actual guard member, her first personal guard, along with a buddy from from the academy that he ended up just becoming friends with after the sergeant there made them run all the way around the 10-mile campus. I mean, what better way to become friends with somebody while somebody's in a chariot shooting fire down at you?
Yeah.
After, I think, 2 years of service as a regular guard, he was reassigned to hunt down changelings in the close to the frozen north, which he would have been originally if he hadn't run into Luna, chatted up, and then gotten a new job. Once there, he's captured by changelings, tortured vigorously to the point of trying to have him brainwashed, and chopping off all 4 of his legs.
That's pleasant.
Yeah. After giving up and after having all 4 of his legs cut off, he's resigned to just death and like, you know what, I've done what I can, fuck it, I'm gonna die here. Princess Luna, Deus Ex Machina, saves him, drops him off in the middle of a forest, the only machine shop for miles, where the mechanic there helps him build his legs, and where he on his own builds the first prototype of the wings he has on his back, which were backpack form at that point. And then he returns to Canterlot. First place he goes to his parents, who immediately disown him for not knowing that. To everyone else, he was dead, because he was the only member of his team that didn't come back. I mean, the captain of that team had died, but at least came back. He was dead to everybody else. He had been gone for 4 years.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's why they disowned him, because they thought he was
Yeah.
dead.
So he runs, because now he's being accused of being a changeling. Because they just think he's like a faulty changeling that doesn't know how to really change, perfectly. And it doesn't help that he has a set of mechanical wings, but then a backpack on his back. Because technically changelings are little miniature insect alicorns.
Right.
He jumps from Canterlot, literally over the edge, hides in the Everfree Forest, and when he's found on Nightmare Night, he is then just thrown into a cell, interrogated a couple days later, and after that, he's put to death. And ironically, he ends up going to the gallows the same day as the royal wedding. When the wedding happened, to me, my fanfictions don't break canon. They kind of explain a little bit. It explains where Spike was, his royal business during the sleepover episode. And it also explains where Luna was during the royal wedding, running away from changelings. So he ends up having, when the changelings attack, the guards that were escorting him to the gallows scatter. He, in chains, literally jumps the windows of the towers all the way up to the top, kills a couple changelings, then fights the drill sergeant who sent him out, who turned out to be a changeling spy the whole time. What a twist.
Wow.
After literally surviving a bomb blast, which was a failsafe in his legs to make sure that nobody copied his design. The leg was useless, so he detached it and let it self-destruct in the changeling's face. Didn't kill the changeling, almost killed him. He gets possessed by Sombra, kills the Changeling, nearly kills Luna, but he doesn't just in time for Cadence to put up the love shield again and purge all evil out of him. Afterwards, he just becomes Luna's personal guard and then just works his way up normally to captain of the guard. Pretty much his basic story.
Wow. Quite an extensive background.
Yeah, his life's more or less been a Greek tragedy rather than a Mary Sue. He's earned his keep. He also ended up dead at one point.
He ended up dead, yet he's not dead?
No,
Or was it?
A recruit that ended up also getting possessed by Sombra killed him and then brought him back to life. It's literally a one-shot deal with the bring back to life thing. It'll only work once on that person, provided their spirit is still lingering around where the body is.
Right.
So that pretty much happened. The recruit named Ephialtes, who... these are all stories I've already written down. They're already all published. You can go take a look at them anywhere on my Fimfic. He's, pretty much, he kills Nexus after being possessed by Sombra, and when Sombra is purged from him by Nexus' spirit, because we are the New Lunar Republic, we were born to die, but not before you, he purges Sombra out of the dude, and then after Sombra runs away, now having a physical body after being 100% separated, he, the pony that killed him brings him back to life, and that's the end of that story. From then on, it's just a hunt for changelings and the hunt for the elements of freedom, which are the circle of elements I created. And if I remember correctly, the elements in that are honor, fate, hope, strength, courage, and perseverance, if I remember that correctly. And now that I've spent about 20 minutes talking about my backstory, I think it's your turn to talk about your backstory for 20 minutes.
Well, my backstory is kind of all over the place. I mean, I don't have it consolidated in just one spot. It's kind of scattered over different threads.
Yeah, I was on there yesterday.
Okay.
His main backstory, basically, when he was younger, his father supposedly died in a war, and because when he was young he went and cried in front of his friends, because this was at his school when he was young,
Yeah.
obviously, they all began to go and tease him about it.
Mm.
So it took him a while, but eventually he gets over it. He actually saves his mother from being killed by people who were trying to get to him, and that's when he discovers that he has supernatural powers that have to do with the darkness, the night.
Yeah, so the extent of Nexus' connection to the night is during that time, during night, he can hear the night speaking to him just in whispers. It's usually just within two phases, either calming or alarming, like, be careful, something's nearby, be careful, that kind of thing.
Right.
That's Nexus' only connection to the night, minus his advanced knowledge of old tactics from the old Republic.
Right. Right. Lunar actually, I made it so that he can go and basically do a short-range shadow jump, teleport from one shadow to another.
Alright.
He actually has other abilities as well that don't necessarily have to do with the night. It's just hold on a second, I'm getting situated. Alright. His other abilities, he are mostly lightning-based.
Mm-hmm.
He has the ability to imbue his wings with electricity so that when he attacks he sends out electric shocks through the enemies, or he can fly faster for a short burst,
Mm-hmm.
and he can also release all of all the electricity that he's gathered so far in a burst around him. That's about all the abilities he has, but the RP that I'm currently doing in my group, I made it so he discovered a new power that he could do, which was he could go and basically turn into this huge cloud of shadows that would dull lights,
Mm-hmm.
and he could communicate telepathically to anyone in the general area.
Ah.
But only, and he wouldn't actually be there. Only his voice would be, because his whole body just turns into
Yeah,
the
it's
shadows.
just just like the voice there and like a really deep, raspy thing.
Yeah, but that's all I have of his powers. As for the rest of his backstory, uh, I'm doing stories on it. I currently have the first chapter of the first story out,
Mm-hmm.
which is Ever Vigilant. That one actually goes into some depth about his past and stuff. My story, Operation Falling Leaf,
Mm-hmm.
is about him and one of his friends who is in the Royal Special Forces, and they have to go on a mission with their teams, and they're basically fighting zombies, but Lunar comes close to dying, and his friend saves him.
Mm-hmm.
His friend's actually more interesting in that story than Lunar is.
Don't you just hate when the main character is when a side character is more interesting than your main character?
Yeah, because the Lunar's friend is also my friend's OC,
Yeah.
so because we're collaborating on it.
Mm-hmm.
So his OC, he has lived through so many things. I believe I have a list somewhere actually that I could give you that he sent me just so that I would have it. It might take me a second to find them. If
Well,
there's anything you want to talk about while I'm trying to find it.
yeah. While you're looking for that, I might as well. I gave you Nexus's backstory, but I didn't really give you like his powers and abilities. More or
Right.
less, from like long before he was born, he was already blessed with a power from Luna herself that his great ancestor had, called the Spark of Honor. Literally, it's just a piece. It's like a shield within his soul that will always let him know who he really is, and it'll protect him from corruption. Though that does fail mostly, it only keeps that little bit alive. Doesn't really mean it's going to be staying out and away from, like out and separate from it. He can be corrupted. It's just very, very hard. He and with that comes this spell that he can use, which is pretty much just a lightning bolt. Pretty much just a pure lightning bolt he can just blast from his horn whenever he wants. At first,
Right.
it's only by reflex. Like whenever he's in danger, it'll pop up and do it. And for all the years that it's been used throughout his family, it can be summoned by Earth Ponies and Pegasi, but that does take the magical charm. Actually, it takes the actual element of honor itself. That is the it takes the physical element of honor, the medal of honor that was given to his ancestor 1,000 years ago, for an Earth Pony or Pegasus to actually summon that spell. But other than that, his abilities are fairly limited to basic magic. A little bit of advanced dark magic, like being able to invade your dreams and invade your mind. He can invade your mind
Right.
while you're awake and make you see your greatest fear, which I think I called shadow thoughts. In fact,
Right.
that's actually a special talent, is that spell. The shadow thoughts spell.
Hmm. That sounds like an interesting spell.
Yeah, he as a kid he used it on a bunch of bullies and made them pretty much pee their non-existent pants. And as an adult, actually as a I think he was 18 when he was in the training program for the guard. He used it on a few other trainees during a training exercise when his CO during the training exercise told him to pretty much go out in the middle of that field and be fodder. He said, screw that, I'm going to go over into these woods and lure some people in and freak them out.
Right.
Which he did, and I think at that point, to be completely honest, Lunar Nexus is the only main character I've taken from my own mind. The rest of the main characters I've ever had are literally just... I've taken the designs from a lot of artists and or bronies that are somewhat internet famous. Like, all the other ones being, Silverbit, White Knight, Hysteria, and Thunderclap. They all came from, Equestria Prevails on DeviantArt.
And he's a good artist.
Huh?
He's a good artist.
Yeah. The only 2 names I used of his, actually technically it's 4 names, is it? Hang on. Yeah, I've only used 4 names of his while using his characters, and that would be, what was it? Hang on, I think someone else is getting on. Let's find out who this is. I think we might actually have a podcast to do now.
Alright, that'd be good for us.
Alright, I'm gonna try and start a group call here.
Alright.
Oh, wait, wrong dude. He doesn't need to be here. Hold on, I need to figure this out. And we're going to move us over to this. It's not letting me do that, so I think I'm going to have to actually... We might actually have to start all over, which sucks dick. Oh, no, hang on, I'm adding him to the call now. Sweet. Alright, let's see.
So just took a bit.
I'm not sure which one this is. I'm not quite sure. We'll find out if he gets on.
Yep.
Says they're online. Let me actually find out who this is while we're waiting. Oh, while we're waiting, you can go ahead and list off that list if you found it.
I haven't found it yet. It was in my private messages, but it's not anymore because I've talked to this guy so much that it actually got pushed off of the messages list.
Well then, all right. It's we've got General Stryker on the line actually. Let's see if we can get him into the call.
All right.
General Stryker, everybody. He will be listening in to all of this as he's playing a video game online, most likely GTA 5.
Yeah, I suppose that would make sense.
But I mean, seriously, dude. Seriously. I've been in Skype calls while I've played Battlefield loads of times. I probably wouldn't be able to do well while I'm doing this. We're actually going to have to ask his opinion on all of this, and I might actually just end up getting Microsoft Speak to say them all later on in post-editing. I'm not sure anymore. But we've been doing this for how long? We've been doing this for about 30 minutes.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, dude. I told him to be on at 2 o'clock. He gets on at fucking 3:30. I mean, really, dude. I hate when people do this to me. I really do. Just...
Hey, at least I only showed up half an hour late.
Yeah, you only showed up a half hour late.
It's not my fault, though. I had to work back from school.
I had school off all this week because of, you know, snow. We could redo this tomorrow at, say, same time. If we could do that, I don't know. Because with all the chaos that we've had in the Bland podcast, we might just have to do it again tomorrow, but we can keep going from here.
Right.
Ugh.
So, Stryker, you have an opinion on the scuttlebutt of the new supposed alicorn that will be coming in this season?
I actually didn't hear anything.
Well, I was... When the podcast started, I brought up that there is some scuttlebutt about a male alicorn coming in this season.
Oh, it's about time. I mean, if you ask me.
I have just this weird speculation that's like Shining Armor might end up being the male alicorn. It'd be weird, but I think it'd make a little bit more sense than a male alicorn appearing out of nowhere. Or Sombra turning out to be an alicorn, which a lot of people think it is.
No, it wouldn't be that. They got rid of him.
The only character they've technically killed on My Little Pony is Sombra. It's because he's black.
That's the best thing I've ever heard.
That's what my friend told me. He's not even a brony. He knows, like, I've given him the lowdown of most of the plot of the show, and when I told him that Sombra's the only one they've actually killed, he says it's because he's black, isn't he? The first thing I do is facepalm and then call him a motherfucker.
That's just, I don't know what to say to that right there.
Let's see if you know what to say to this. There's also speculation of a Equestria Girls 2.
Yeah, the first one was okay, if you ask me.
See, you're actually one of the few people that are in between. 99% of people either loved it or hated it.
Well, it's not like it was bad, it just doesn't seem like it was them.
It didn't seem good to me. I didn't like it. To be honest, my whole review of the... I'm eventually going to actually write the review for that and have my buddy, or at least see if I can get somebody to make the most offensive Equestria Girls cover art I could possibly think of.
Oh my god.
You know Lyle McDouchebag, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to pretty much be doing spoilers ahead of of Equestria Girls. Could you imagine that? Spoilers ahead of Equestria Girls.
That's just insanity.
It's glorious is what it is. I will end up doing it at some point. I don't know when. Also, I should probably let you introduce yourself, General.
I'll pass on that one. You can do it.
This is General Stryker, head of the unofficial NLR on fanfiction.com or net or whatever it is. I don't remember. Is it .net? Yeah, it's .net. It's .net. So yeah, he's our boss, which is weird that he was literally an hour and a half late.
I have a life.
Well, so do I, but I had nothing to do today. All my friends are like, we don't want to go out in the snow today.
I actually would have been here sooner if I didn't have a life.
This is our lives, dude. Do you think this is a motherfucking game? This is ponies. This is some serious stuff.
That's a fair point.
No, you want to know what's even more fair point? Somehow everything, and I do mean everything, can lead back to ponies.
Yes.
Yep.
Even politics. The most confusing and stupid thing in the world can lead back to ponies. I don't know how, but it can.
Well, yeah, because then you can go into pony politics.
Well, pony politics is fairly basic. I'm Princess Celestia. You do as I say. Princess Luna doesn't do shit. It's sad to say, but she really doesn't. We don't know her real role. we now know Discord's role in Equestria. What's Luna's, besides just being there now?
She's now been allowed to stand next to the throne.
Well, now she is.
It's an improvement.
It's an upgrade.
It's somewhat of an upgrade.
Yeah, it's an improvement. We're getting there.
We're getting there. I mean, hell, in my headcanon, eventually an actual war is just going to start over Celestia not giving Luna her due again.
You know what would be kind of cool?
It would be kind of cool.
Putting, like, background to the NLR into this. Just sneak it in there somewhere.
Well, technically, that's what we assume the Shadow Bolts are.
Yeah.
The Shadow Bolts and the, I guess her Royal Guard, which is apparently limited to, as far as we've seen, 2 ponies.
just
There's those 2 Pegasi that pulled her in. In fact, in my
That's
headcanon,
really
in my headcanon, there are no bat ponies. Those are just like the armor's enchanted, and it makes them look that way.
How dare you? No, you don't. No,
There is
no.
one in my headcanon. There is one natural, actually technically two. There are two natural bat ponies in all of Equestria, and one of them is an old woman at this point, and the other one is under my command in the Royal Guard, or at least my OC's command.
That just ain't cool, man. That's just not even fair.
Well,
seriously. You have not even seen it. You do not know what you've just done to me.
Well, maybe you're her father. I don't know.
That hurt. That hurt up here, man.
Well, she's the element of
right
hope. Wouldn't you want to be the element of hope's daddy?
I don't even have a comeback.
Because I kind of won that argument. But yeah, we may as well, since you're here, we may as well give you the quick questionnaire of Brony. Who is your favorite pony, and what's your OC's background? Like, full background.
Sorry, I can't hear. Someone's breathing all over their mic.
No, it's me. I wasn't doing it the first time. I don't know who, but...
I'm having okay, someone's thing seriously messing up badly.
Hang on a sec. Let me actually look at this. Oh, it's not mine. Mine's doing okay, it looks like.
I don't think it's mine.
No, it's yours. It's definitely yours.
My mic sucks.
Yeah, his isn't that good, but we can live with it. We're not a professional thing.
It's not mine. I'm using my laptop one.
Oh yeah,
I
I actually had to turn off my laptop and get on my desktop. I actually went to go get my Turtle Beach P11s to actually record well.
I could just plug my X12s in right now, but I'm using them on Xbox.
Let's not really care about that, but let's see. Like I said, opinions on favorite pony? Or best pony?
Show-wise or background?
Full. It doesn't matter.
Or main. Luna, next.
Okay, what is... Alright, shit, I forgot what the other question was. Alright, your OC's full background, because we've given our OC's full backgrounds.
Full background? Jeez, you're getting a bit close to me now, huh?
We're gonna be working together, we may as well.
Matter of fact, I don't really have a background of mine. It's just there.
I can tell by your character bio. I'm actually gonna pull up the bio right now for everybody to see it.
Oh no, don't do that.
I'm doing it right now. You can't stop me.
Don't know who I am. Don't know who I am.
I'm pulling it up right now, man.
No.
Forum.
Oh God, why?
Let's see, forum, character logs.
I'll pull it up.
Well,
I don't even think I have a description on
you
mine.
don't. Pretty much, alright, I'm actually showing everybody right now as my little tiny rainbow dash flies around my screen following my mouse.
Oh, I forgot to add
Yeah.
that. Shoot.
Yeah, he's also... Alright, let's see. Specialty, NA. Hang on. Distinguishing features, NA. Specialty, NA. Weakness, NA, so you're God. History, NA. Personality, extremely basic for a regular soldier.
Pretty much that's what this was going to be
Generic.
until all the other admins went inactive, and now I somehow got stuck with it.
Yeah.
I'm stuck with everybody right now.
Yeah. I also feel like I'm one of the only people that has a, I'm one of the only people here that has something that is somewhat era accurate to the canon of the show, which would be I don't have, like, really powerful firearms. I have lever action pistols that are hidden in my legs.
Who needs those? Who needs
All I
those?
have are blades that strap onto my wings, so...
I have hidden blades that are electrified. What are you gonna do about that? Fight me at
I'll
PAX.
electrify my wings, so...
I have my, I'm not even gonna... Do you have the,
Yeah, I have
picture
it
of
up
what
right
I
now.
decided
It's
to put?
the Quicksilver Clockwave. The Clockwave Quicksilver, whatever the hell it is. It's an assault rifle. Looks to be about 5.56 or 7.62. I can't tell because there really is no shot of it.
I don't know. I didn't make it.
Yeah.
I saw him like, I need this. I need this now.
Yeah. But yeah, this is his thing. This is his. He really. It's sad that he doesn't really have any kind of background to his character.
Yeah. About that here.
You just get.
This is the one that I have on a clan that you're not allowed to get into. Just the history's on the lower part.
Yeah.
I was too lazy to try to fix that there.
Oh,
Hothead,
yeah,
not tell
I
him
can
what.
get on there.
Do not tell him what the group is.
I'm
I
not
swear to
going
God.
to the group. I'm just seeing what it is. Some regard for he was taken on board for a whole before the split separate.
That's the most I've written for it right there. Right there, that's the most I've ever written.
Yeah. Has a crush on Spitfire.
Shush. You know we all do.
Wait, what?
What?
I'm recording this, so I can just go back and watch it. I'll find out eventually.
I've been busted.
Well, I seriously had the dumb idea of having my main character's great ancestor being Luna's fucking love interest 1,000 years ago, so I guess we're both guilty of something. You can stop clapping now.
Doesn't even count as a clap.
I know, it's like a retard clap.
I thought somebody was firing something.
No, that'd be just throwing your laptop. Like, why is this not working? How does one clap?
No, yeah, it's like Connor from Assassin's Creed 3 trying to make it hit his fist together. It's like too limp. Like a limp fist and a limp palm just hitting each other. It's like I mean, oh yeah, we have also got to ask you, what is your opinion on Season 4 so far?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Opinions on Season 4 so far.
A lot better than 3.
What about the whole overarching plot thing here? What do you think we have on that?
What?
The box.
Sorry, I'm going to do things as I said.
The box.
You speak up.
The box.
The box.
The 6 keys that they have to find.
It's gonna be like the dumbest thing they can possibly come up with.
Well, so far from
it's gonna be history maybe.
Well, here's my weird opinion. You know how we've had those rainbow effects come in through the past couple of episodes? Rarity Takes Manhattan and whatever the new one was called.
Rainbow Falls.
Yeah, Rainbow Falls.
Oh yeah.
I'm starting to think that those might be the keys.
To those of you who have not seen it, Spitfire was the biggest bitch I have ever seen.
What about the whore right next to her? She wasn't just a bitch. She was a she was just a fucking sponge of Spitfire. Also, speaking of Spitfire, I feel like a much more interesting backstory to Sunshine or Sunshit Shimmer would be that she was just Spitfire vomit. Think about it. That would be a much more interesting backstory.
Yeah, it would be.
Because she looks like just Spitfire threw up all over her, especially with the hair. I mean, it's like what made them think that was a good idea? Yeah, it translates well over to the to what is it? Shit. Translates well over to the movie character the way she looked, but I mean, I guess it's still stupid. That's another question about Equestria Girls 2 apparently being a thing. Where are they gonna go with it from there? Is Twilight gonna return, or is the implied other person there going to start at the school?
An interesting question.
It is an interesting question because we don't fucking know.
You broke me.
I have that tendency to do with people and stuff and grammar.
I just threw a dictionary into a grave.
Fuck you, Webster.
Who?
The guy that made the Webster dictionaries.
What's that?
How does one simply dictionary? Anyways. Oh yeah, opinions on Children of the Night.
Oh, that was actually really good.
I loved it when it was just an animatic. And here's something we actually haven't covered yet. What about Lullaby for a Princess?
Have not seen it.
I don't think I've actually seen that one.
It hasn't come out yet as an actual video. It's still an animatic. I'm actually gonna link it to you because I think it's in my favorites.
I'll watch it in a moment. Just started.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
We'll cover that in a later podcast if I can find it in my list, which is filled with just music including 20% cooler, which I got on my iPod.
You know what that makes you?
20% cooler.
Oh god, grenade. Sorry, ignore me. I'm playing video games.
Would that be Call of Duty, Battlefield, or something?
Battlefield, I hate COD.
Well,
I play
Battlefield.
Battlefield ruined Call of Duty for me. Like, I can't play Call of Duty now. I suck. But I'm great at Battlefield. I love it.
Dive out open window? Why would you not love that? Oh, okay. I'm just gonna shut up now. You're gonna hear me yelling in a moment.
Oh, I don't care. I've yelled. I yell plenty.
No, trust me, you don't want me yelling.
I'd probably break my microphone if I yelled, which I'm actually, this microphone's taking me shouting at both Call of Duty and Battlefield enough. Air superiority.
I'm currently watching the animatic, so...
Yeah.
You know those, nuclear inbound alarms that always go off?
Yeah, like the bombers are inbound or the, enemy Tomahawk inbound.
Yeah. Yeah. I sound like that.
That's weird.
Actually, speaking of something like that, for those of you who don't know hockey, one of my friends was playing a game yesterday, and supposedly one of my good hated people on my highest hated person list apparently sounded like a nuclear alarm was going off when they scored on themselves. He just grew. Apparently, he grew increasingly louder the longer he went.
It's like, okay, we scored on ourselves. That's it. We're done, Snoop.
That's just sad if you score on yourself.
It's like, it wasn't even real life. It was just games.
It's a video game, you stupid whore.
The way you just said that.
That's what I try and tell myself whenever I'm playing Air Superiority.
Oh my god! Don't you dare!
I fucking hate it so much.
We all hate it.
My problem is like, all right, I'm lining up for my first kill of the game. Nope, jet through your tits.
No, jet rammed.
It's a jet ram through my tits by a teammate, which sucks. It's like, look, he's lining up on the one dude that's showing up on radar. Crowd around him and crash.
Yep, essentially that is what it is.
That's why I started just circling way above them, waiting for everyone to start a daisy chain behind.
Dive bomb.
Yeah, just wait for people to start a
We're
daisy chain on people, and then I just dive in and finish them off. I'm like, fuck you.
We're way off topic in case you haven't realized.
Yeah, successful derails.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyways,
all because I said don't listen to me.
we can go off topic. Fuck it. We're not the official New Lunar Republic. We don't need to be professional.
You kind of
Yeah.
are.
We're not. No, we're not the official New Lunar Republic, though.
You have no proof.
I'm pretty sure it says
are
it in the
official
actual
New Lunar
New Lunar Republic thing on Finfic that we are not the official New Lunar Republic.
I gotta fix that, actually. I still haven't changed that. That's the only thing I have not changed with the group.
Like the original NLR, we're the official now?
It suddenly got quiet.
Yeah, it's because I'm reading this thing and he's playing Battlefield.
Ah, that would be why.
Actually, it doesn't say we're not the official. Oh fuck, we are the official, aren't we?
And if we are the official, then we should have gotten here on
Yeah,
time.
you guys should have gotten here on time.
And I swear, from now on, I will be on time.
Yeah, because we're gonna.
thing.
You know what? Screw it. We're doing one tomorrow when we are guaranteed some time.
Mm-hmm.
And at the very least, we're gonna see if we can get everybody in here. Because at the very least, we need at least one rear admiral in here. Because instead of a general and 2 colonels, we need a general, 2 colonels, and 1 rear admiral.
Right. I'll actually go and take time out of my great life and make room for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got plenty of time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I should be working on a General Assembly project, which is 90% of my grade this semester.
Yeah.
I would be working on it if the General Assembly wasn't full of fucking morons who didn't know how to program a website. I'm not gonna get into that because I did a full rant about it last night to my fucking parents over dinner. Anyways, we need to get back on pony topic. I'm actually just gonna hop on DeviantArt and find a few things. You guys can chat, I suppose. Oh, well, that's cool. All right. Oh, there's honestly not a whole lot here.
Sorry, I'll do that time to time. It's I had someone talking to me.
That's fine. I'm searching through DeviantArt for something to show.
Oh God.
Actually, there is one I do want to show you guys. I am going to have a something to cover this whole thing until I actually have to put something up.
Aren't we all?
Well, there will be a cover photo of just all of us there. Just like all of our, I guess, screen things. It's going to take forever to edit. I, for some reason, can't find... Oh, well, this is new. I found Apple Bloom on a tow launcher.
What?
Linking it.
Okay,
I'm linking it now.
See, now this is the problem between going through two people right now.
Yeah, you lose focus on whatever
Going
you're
through
doing.
two people, I just had my friend call out to me that there's someone behind me.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't really have to come in. I was just being a prick and annoying you about it.
Yeah. Ugh.
But otherwise, you wouldn't have been here to experience the pain that we were going through. But you were late, so it's your own damn fault.
I don't even want to know what you're going through in the first place. Trust me.
But like I said...
Plus, I never actually was... Oh, God, I'm probably going to have to get off soon. I got to go fix my snowboard. Just saying, I do not want to know what you were talking about before I joined. Do not tell me. Do not mention it.
You'll see it on YouTube.
Yeah, I probably will, actually. I'll probably watch just to see it. See what junk you guys are saying about
Oh, we
me.
weren't... were we talking shit? I don't know if we were talking shit.
I can't remember.
Good answer.
If we were gonna be
Good answer.
trouble.
Don't ask, don't tell.
You're in a lot of trouble, trust me.
Well, I didn't say anything bad. All I said was that we should all be on time. Why am I the only one here on time? I was kind of just complaining about that.
Because we have lives. You do not.
Hey, I got lucky and had a whole week off of school because of fucking snow.
Yeah, it's -12 today with wind chills, and I still had to walk 20 minutes to the bus. They just do not
lucky for
care.
me,
You know what's
I
weird? They
walked 5
sanded the
minutes
streets
and
yesterday, and we
cycled.
still got school off. I don't know why, and I can't find Apple Tank for the life of me because it's really well done. It's like an M1
Oh.
Abrams with Apple.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah, that's
that.
really cool, right?
At least I've seen something like it. There's someone.
Abrams.
Oh, that's a grenade. Wrong button.
I've had people throw grenades back at me. I don't know how they do that in Battlefield.
Just wrong buttons.
Was it on DeviantArt or was it?
It is on DeviantArt. I just can't figure out where the fuck it is. It should be M1
Oh.
Abrams Apple Tank or something like that.
I'm going to attempt and find it.
I'll probably find it and show it to you guys in the next podcast. But we've been recording for a little bit over an hour, so I think it's about time we said our goodbyes, don't you think?
Yeah, probably about that time.
Alright, General, why don't you start us off? Is busy coordinating his team, so I guess I'll do it for myself. Thank you guys for watching. Links to everybody's fanfictions will be down in the description below, along with mine. Follow me on Twitter down there as well. Follow these guys on fanfiction along with me. And, well, as you were, and stay brony, my friends.
Ew.